This is the Ninja Blender Food Processor Smoothie Blender Extraordinaire. This is the base of the product. So this is what sits out on the countertop if you so choose. And then you can attach all your different pieces. We'll start with the food processor. So you just put it on here and tighten it. The lid pops off, and you do have your blade in here if you were to be making salsa or anything like that. However, it comes with a dough blade that you can just set in. And so this one is plastic. It is not a sharp blade. If you were to want to make cookies or anything like that, you pop that in there. I store it with the sharp blade inside. You have your measurements, right here. So this is your max at 64 ounces or 8 cups. And before blending, you just push that on, and then again, to take that off, you hit the release button and it pops off. You turn it and pop that off. If you wanted to use your blender, you do the exact same thing. Put it on at a diagonal, twist it on to lock it on. You have the same release button here on the top to release the handle. And you also have a pour spout on the blender, so you can pour straight from here. Pop that back on, and again, release. You have your blade here that pops off for easy cleaning. You also have your measurements. This holds 8 cups or 64 ounces in here. You can crush ice. You can do hot liquids, but I'd be very, very careful with that as it does expand when you're blending. And you don't want to pop this open when doing hot liquids because you could make a real big mess. You have your dough button here for when you're using your food processor dough button, blend or crush. And then of course a pulse button. Your single serve button will be used when you're doing just say one smoothie. So you get the cup here, you have a max fill line and your blade here. It just twists on, and then you line up your little notches there and it clicks into place. When you turn this on, you will only be able to use the single serve blend button. You will not be able to use these 4 buttons. It is fairly loud, but it is also very powerful. It's crushing everything you need. One of the things I love about this is once you take this off and say your smoothie is made, you can rinse and wash this. The Ninja comes with the lids to drink out of, so you don't have to transfer it into another cup. You can just twist that on and drink straight from here. And it does come with 2 of them, which is absolutely amazing. So this is everything you get. You get the single cup blade, the blender blade, the food processor blade, and the food processor dough blade. The base itself has, as you can see, suction cups here. So I have just unsuctioned it so I could show you, but once you suction this on, it really holds it in place when you're blending some like chunky ice or anything like that. Again, it's 1500 watts. It's very powerful. It is loud, but it is a blender and it's to be expected. I absolutely love that I have one base on the counter and I don't have to have everything out. I don't have to have a blender and a food processor and a smoothie cut thing. It's like a littler one. It's all in one. So these go down below. This sits on the counter. It's very small. If you want to get an idea, it's roughly 8 inches wide, which is not wide at all. And we're looking at about 10 inches deep. So not a lot of counter space, which is excellent. I highly recommend this. It's wonderful.